And so it would be depending on what happens with the tariffs, there'd be no change to that view.
I don't see us attenuating our building data centers right now. We have very high demand.
Can I ask one related question on terms of data centers? One of the other sort of major shocks to the system was now a couple months ago was the creation of DeepSeek, which was this new large language model that people thought was remarkably more efficient. And there was this view among some that said, maybe we don't need all of these data centers, or we're not going to need all of this processing, as much processing power and as much energy as some had forecast. Did it change your forecast at all when you saw that?
No. I mean, in some ways, we would like nothing better than to make the cost of AI meaningfully less expensive for customers. The cost of AI today, because of the chips and because of the cost of inference still, even though those, the cost of inference has come down several times, but it's still more expensive than it should be and than it will be. And then what you need for companies to be able to deploy AI as expansively as they want. And so when DeepSeek came out with this model, which people were excited about, it felt like it cost less, it felt like the inference was less. I think if you're building frontier models like we are as well, you're all working on a lot of the same types of problems, and you're going to see all this leapfrogging. You have seen all this leapfrogging every month, and you'll continue to see that. But for me, the lower that we can make the cost of AI, the more customers are going to use it. And I think people get confused. I saw this in the beginning of AWS too, which is customers love when you take the cost per unit of something down. It allows them to save money on what they're building, but they don't actually spend less. It actually unleashes them to do a lot more innovation, and in absolute, they spend more. It's the same thing when we started AWS. We pretty significantly changed the cost of compute and storage and database. Customers loved it, but they actually spent more on infrastructure because it allowed them to build more for their customers.
So, but that's something you talk about a lot in the letter, bringing down the cost of compute when it comes to AI. And obviously, you also make an allusion. I don't think you use the word NVIDIA, but I know there was maybe a frenemy, partner, and a competitor at the same time. They have controlled this marketplace for a very long time. What do you think has to happen to bring the price down? Because I assume that that's going to come from you and AMD and everybody else who's going to try to do this. But how quickly does that happen?
It is going to happen. I mean, first I would tell you that if you sat in the meetings with the AWS team right now, they feel like it's their responsibility and their mission to make the cost of AI meaningfully less for customers than it is today. And I think there are two big drivers of it. One is the chips. And, what's interesting is most of the spend today in AI has been on training, these giant training runs.
Right.
But when you get to scale of the production applications for AI, it flips. And the overwhelming majority of the spend is actually on the inference, which are the predictions from the model. And so the two things that have to happen is the price performance of chips has to be meaningfully less. And that's part of why we built our own chips. We have our own custom AI silicon called Trainium 2, where the price performance is 30 to 40% better than what's out there in the current GPU instances. So we're working on trying to take the cost of chips down, and you have to take the cost of inference down. And that has to do with a whole bunch of things, including techniques like distillation and prompt caching and how you handle different model architectures. So it's both the chips and the inference. They both need significant cost decreases, and we're working hard on that.